Psych2Go is a digital media organization that raises mental health awareness by presenting psychological topics in a digestible and relatable manner. Please share our content with those who need it.
If you've ever cried at a commercial, a song, or just because someone said something genuinely kind to you, you're not broken and you're not too sensitive. Your brain may simply process emotions more openly than most. For a lot of people, emotions get filtered, muted, or pushed aside. For you, they arrive early and directly. That does not make you weak. It means you're experiencing life with fewer emotional barriers. Picture this. You're watching a movie, a dog reunites with its owner, tears. Or you're in a conversation and someone gives you sincere feedback. Suddenly your eyes well up. People ask, "Are you okay?" And you're thinking, "Yes, this just moved me." You're not overly emotional, you're not dramatic, and you're not failing at emotional control. Your psychology is simply tuned a little differently. So let's break down what's really happening. Number one, your emotional bandwidth is wider. Many people have a built-in emotional buffer. Something happens, their brain filters it, softens it, and delivers a manageable version. Your system tends to do less filtering. Psychologists refer to this as heightened emotional sensitivity. It means your nervous system registers emotional information more intensely and more quickly. Small moments can carry big emotional weight, not because you're exaggerating them, but because you're perceiving more of what's there. Research suggests that roughly 20% of people experience emotions more vividly than average. These individuals often notice tone changes, emotional subtext, and meaning that others miss entirely. So you're not just feeling more, you're noticing more. A pause in someone's voice, a line in a song that hits too close, a quiet moment of kindness. Your brain picks up emotional signals that pass right through other people. That's your sensitivity paired with awareness. It's not a flaw. Number two, your tears are a release, not a breakdown. There's a common myth that crying for no reason means something is wrong, but often the opposite is true. When you cry, it's rarely about just one thing. Your brain is connecting memories, current stress, unspoken emotions, and unresolved thoughts. The tears show up when your system decides it's time to let something move through instead of staying stuck. Psychologists describe this as emotional accumulation. Small triggers release larger emotional builds that have been forming quietly over time. Some studies have found that people who cry more regularly tend to show lower baseline stress levels. Tears activate the body's calming system and help regulate emotional overload. In other words, crying is not your system failing. It's your system doing maintenance. Of course, crying is healthiest when it feels relieving rather than overwhelming. And if emotions ever feel unmanageable, support matters. But for many people, tears are simply how the body processes and resets. Number three, crying can increase emotional resilience. People often assume that those who cry easily can't handle intensity. In reality, many highly emotional people can handle more because they release emotions instead of storing them. When feelings are expressed, they don't build the same internal pressure. Your emotional capacity isn't smaller, it's actively regulated. Research has linked emotional expression with stronger recovery from stress and higher emotional awareness. People who allow themselves to cry often recognize, name, and process emotions more effectively. So what they're calling emotionally unstable is actually emotional fluency. And there is another effect people don't talk about enough. Tears can act as a filter for connection. When you're open with your emotions, you quickly learn who feels safe and who doesn't. The people who can sit with your feelings without trying to fix or dismiss them are usually the ones worth keeping close. Number four, you're not too much. You're more aware. Many people cope by dampening emotional signals. Over time, that can create distance from their own inner experience. So when you express emotion openly, it can make others uncomfortable. You're not doing anything wrong, but you're doing something they've learned to avoid. Psychologists call this emotional projection. Instead of examining their own discomfort, people may label your emotional expression as excessive. But being moved by things isn't dysfunction, it's responsiveness. And research has consistently linked long-term emotional suppression with increased stress and physical health strain. So feeling deeply isn't the risky behavior. Ignoring emotions often is. You are not too emotional. You're responding appropriately to meaningful experiences. Okay, number 5, your tears communicate what words can't. Sometimes emotions surface before language catches up. You cry when you're overwhelmed because your system is signaling overload. You cry when you're touched because your body recognizes connection. You cry when you're frustrated because something needs attention. Your tears are information. Neuroscience shows that emotional tears activate calming pathways in the nervous system, helping the body process and regulate experience. We live in a world that often rewards emotional distance, but you have stayed connected to the full spectrum of feeling, to beauty, to pain, to meaning. That takes courage. Crying makes people uncomfortable because it reveals something we're often taught to hide. Being human is intense. Life moves us, people affect us, moments matter. You didn't shut that down. So the next time someone asks, why are you crying? Remember this. You are not overly sensitive. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're not failing at emotional control. You're just allowing yourself to feel what's real. So while everyone else keeps numbing themselves, you continue to be deeply human. So tell us, are you more of an I cry easily and I'm okay with it type? Or are you the I rarely cry at all type? Drop it in the comments. And if this resonated, subscribe for more videos. And thank you for watching Psych2Goers. We'll see you next time.